Actually, in our Tripura state, when we were young and studying, we are all had to study in Bengali. There was no English, neither Kokborok. So we couldn't help it out. So we have to study in Tripura. But when they have changes to some other courses, then I had to decide to leave the St. Paul's School. I was studying there from class 1. In 1954, I took admission. So they have converted to basic school. So more Bengalis was there. It's not that we do not love Bengali, we love it. But the system is changed. So I alone have taken decision that I will leave the school and go to Jampui Hill to study. So I had to leave it, and they did not allow me because unless I commit some wrong things, they are not going to expel me. So it is a St. Paul school, there is a system. So I had to commit some offense, breaking law or rules, not to go in the night to cinema. So I had gone to cinema, so they caught me. So I said that I prefer to go home. But they said, why should go home? Why should you stop your education? So I had no other replies. So I have taken decision that I should leave the school hostel. Then straight away I went to Jampui Hill. From Kanchanpur, it took almost 8-9 hours to walk. There was no road, single hill tracks road. We went having hundreds of leeches on my body. It was at 11 midnight we reached Munpui village. Today it take only 15 minutes from Kanchanpur by vehicle. But in those days there was no road. So I had to walk with my elder brother. So I started studying in Munpui junior high school. So I completed my class 8 there. So from there I have decided to go to Shillong because there was English medium and Mizo. So I had learned one more plus language is Mizo. So that was my advantage. So from there I went to Shillong because I did not like to study Bengali. It's not Bengali is bad, but what I'm going to do with the Bengali? So I was convinced to go to Shillong without money. My father cultivator, Zoom cultivator, and paddy land. We don't have any other income. Unless you have cash income, education is difficult. You cannot do it. We harvest 1 time or 2 times in a year. We harvest paddy only, no other cash crops. So anyway, I thought I will go to motor stand, I will go to farm to work. One Scott family is there in Shillong, one Silo family. They have their farm in Sacred Heart side, Maulai. I walked from this Zayo to Sacred Heart side. It was almost 5 kilometers. I used to walk and go and walk in a farm. In those days, we get 1 rupee, 25 paisas in a day. Because with 25 paisas, 4 annas, we can have a food in Bora Bazar. So it was different days. Today is different days. So I could not go to day school. I had to go to night school. Daytime I work, night I go to school. So that was my educational life. So I did my class 10 metric there very hardly. Then I wanted to continue education. I came to Tripura to ask some scholarship. Because Mizo students, Naga students are getting at as much as 70 rupees or 80 rupees per month. You can imagine the 70 rupees in a month is so big amount, because today though it is more than 1,000. So I used to meet them, I used to talk to them, and I knew that their government is on a district council, like our district council, because Assam government had extracted Mizo Lusai Hill and Naga Hill, something like that. So these Lusai Hills, from Hill District Council, they can give them stipend. But in Tripura, they are not allowing. One Riang minister was there. We call him Tos Langpa, Ram Prasad Riang. So I met him also. He said, "You study in Tripura, you will get." I met Chief Commissioner. There was no governor. There was no system like today. So I met the Chief Commissioner. I asked him, "Sir, from Nagaland, from Manipur, from Mizoram, they have scholarship. Those who study class 8, 9 also, they get it. Why I cannot get it from my state?" He told me, district, that was a territorial council. Tripura was under territorial council. So they don't have power. They did not want. So they did not, I think, exercise their power because they don't want it. So I walked, I did, then I came. I could not continue. So I came and started movement with some students, some educated, but same group, same age group, like Bijoy Kumar Hrangkhawl and others. I met them, I talked to them. So gradually we started for our future, because we have to change the total system. And it is very difficult. It is not so easy. But still, we started doing our youth group. Finally, on 11th of June 1967, TUS was born in Gamsa Kobrapara, not Gamsa Kobrapara, Kainta Kobrapara. So then we started organizational movement. That was how I had to go to Shillong. And I understood that unless we bring some changes in administration, they will never give scholarship like today. Their administration is run by the Naga. Lusai Hill administration run by Lusai people. So their children are studying here. So they have their mindset that they can afford to have some rules or regulation so that they can send stipend to their children studying outside their state, outside their territory also. But in Tripura, people ruling are different people. They never want us to be developed. Today, one small instance I tell you, when I was MLA, I wrote a letter drafted by some missionary, some NGO. So I wrote it, I have given them. They have brought some sophisticated machine for Makunda Hospital. So they got it. Today, when I have given to some minister, our party has 2 ministers today with aligned government of the state. So I have given that draft. Then they said, because we are constitutional personnel, minister has to take advice from the law department. So as per law department advice, they cannot write the same letter today. They have written in their own way, drafted by non-scheduled tribe. When the NGO received this draft of minister, they told me, "Sir, with these contents of the letter, we cannot have machine from the company." Why? The language is different. So the people, those who drafted, are not our own tribe. They are different people. They will never want you, me to develop. Actually, when I was moving around, I had a contact with Mizo people and Naga people also. But still, I find in our own state, our Tripuris were very, very drawn behind. We have no mental preparation for resolving any movement also. So I had to link with Mizo people and Naga people because they are united. So they have had some revolution also against the government of India. They fight. So they are getting sort of facilities from the central government because they fight. But here we do not fight. So I thought we should do some movement. So we started movement. Gradually government is drawing attention. Then we started having our student facilities, those to study outside. Then gradually they are paying more importance on our movement. And we said that we need constitutional right because we are going to be eliminated. We have no existence. We are tribal, okay, but you don't have any footage here. So then we started movement. And that was because of compulsion. Unless we make some movement, government will never pay attention on our issue. That was the reason we started movement. Yeah, then my attention was drawn by many people that many acres of land have been transferred to non-tribal. It also become very heavy burden. If all these fertile land transferred to non-tribal, and they will never get it back. So what is the solution? So I had to resolve and go on for restoration of land. For that I have to go jails also. Unless somebody goes jail, we cannot take the instruction of the central government to the magistrate. Because many situations had cropped up there, so that we must go to jail and tell the magistrate because of this we are doing. So we started launching for our Kokborok. Kokborok means for Kokborok movement, our many students were expelled from their schools, like this Koroilong, Telemora. Some people, they were putting sari. But when we started movement for students, Riganai came in place of sari. They were expelled. Riganai is not allowed. See how they are sensitive for their existence to finish us. Then we become also sensitive. We have our own original dress. We have our own mother tongue. Government of India given guarantee in the constitution of mother tongue. So we started Kokborok demanding in 1967-68. That compels me to open numbers of English medium school next to St. Paul's School. 1984, 74. In 1974, I have opened Zion Hill, Rangamura. Number 2, Darchoy. Today it has become 12 school. And this number 3 is Tuidu Missionary School. That also I have opened. And that Morpara Missionary School, that unit number 4. All these English medium I have opened. As many as 26. But today there are very few survive because of its difficult of maintenance. It's a very, very lengthy because we could not rest ourselves. We have to continually make a movement. And every moment there is a threat of life also. Because our people did not cooperate me also. They are afraid, they want to get job, something like that. We have sold, our father, mother are old people. They said, we have sold our land. How can we get back land? But we have pressurized the government. Finally, they have to make Tripura Land Revenue Land Reform Act, in which there is a strict law from the central government that no land belonging to scheduled tribe can be transferred to other than the member of the scheduled tribe. If it is transferred, it's then illegal. The same land has to be restored to the tribal without payment of compensation. So that was instrument, weapons. That was the weapon we had taken to jail also, because I had to go to jail very tactfully. I have organized 2 places for harvesting of paddy plowed by the non-tribal, but the land belongs to tribal. So I told in Kamalpur SDO, I told him, sir, this land belongs to Molsom, tribal. So we have harvested his crops, but the crops was done by the non-tribal. So it turned to communal. Let it be communal, that will be conflict also. Without conflict, there is no remedial. So in this Telumara also, Khamarbari, Bir Bikram Jamatia was slain on his own land. We had been taken to Khwai jail. Who had slain us, they have not gone to jail. Miracle, na? Murder, we have been murdered, we have to go to jail. Those who have murdered us, they remain free. So these are the things with our own eyes, with our own mindset, had seen it and realized that it is never safe in our own land. So we have to do till end. So gradually, we have TUSS, Tripura Upajati Yuva Samiti. In 1967, it was formed. I became one of the member. Very actively, we started going to Delhi from 68, 69. We first met Indira Gandhi also, and then Home Minister. The Home Minister was Y.B. Chavan. So he told, I have taken Mr. Rao Kumar Young with me. So I was almost all the time I used to speak, because they are not, I think, fond of speaking in English. They are graduate, all right, they understand, they can write, but speaking is something different. So I used to speak. I told them, sir, we have come from Tripura all the way, and we need some constitutional safeguard. And what is your demand? At that time, we demand the 5th schedule only. 5th schedule is nothing. There is no rules, law, no administration also, but like a regional party, like block, one block for all Tripura. So we didn't understand much. Then I used to go outside Tripura also. Then I learned about this Lusai Hill, Khasi Hill, Zointia Hills, Garo Hills, how they function. The custom is preserved by the 6th schedule. So I used to go to Shillong to meet Professor G. Swen and some other also. And then I used to go to Rusai Hill. The first chief executive member was H.K. Boichwaka. I went from Silchar, it took 2 days by truck. I used to travel. It was 7-8 rupees only. I travel, I met them also. How do they run? MNF revolution started. So Manekshaw, the then CNC of Indian Army, he went there and he was giving direct threat to Chief Executive Member H.K. Boichwaka. Why they are not able to contain the MNF? He was telling me. Then I started coming back. Then we started slowly to contact those underground people. Then it became a life. So today, coming across all these barriers, we have been able to have this ADC. Had we not started in those days, it will never come. Now, my message, my love message to you is, you should know it. Now, what is your plan? I do not know. But today's youngster, you should realize it. Otherwise, you will have no successful movement. You may be very highly qualifying many other technical institutions also, but unless you are united and stick to Constitution of India provisions, which gives us guarantee. So we have to be alienated with certain agenda also, and you have to be close to certain area. Otherwise, when we are convinced, so we started movement. So what is the style of your movement? I do not know now. What movement you can launch? In our days, we launched hunger strike, we launched civil disobedience, we launched hunger strike for 15 days by rotation also, and civil disobedience we did it in the city in Agartala. We were all beaten. See, it is broken. We were beaten by stick, by CRPF. So we had to go to jail. So we enjoy our life because we have to do it. Otherwise, your position today, as of today, you cannot have this kind of life. We are all sort of people. We show that our future is very dark. Unless you go through this darkness, there is no light. So today, this is happening. And because in those days, when we come out for making a program of some movement in the heart of Agartala, I used to go to SP, write petition that peaceful procession would be launched by Tuesdays, and at least 5,000 or 10,000 people are expected with our own money. We have no fund. How can you have money from the village? We are very poor. No government employees are also there. Our income is from the cultivation of jhum and paddy land only. So it was so difficult, even to have 2 rupees difficult, because 2 rupees is more than enough for me to travel from Agartala to Ambassa. That was different. We travel on the truck. I traveled 2 days from Ambassa to Shillong, when I had to meet Morarji Desai, the then Prime Minister. And because of Northeastern Regional Party Forum, I was just moving all over this Northeast and Mizoram, also Manipur, Nagaland, Assam. And we had met at Kohima, Nagaland capital. So they have assembly house there. There we have met together. At that time, Brigadier T. Silo was Chief Minister of Mizoram. So he became the chairman. So under his chairmanship, when Morarji Desai, the then Prime Minister, came to Shillong, we met him. Then I raised the issue. In Tripura, sir, we are going to be eliminated. Our existence is already under threat. How do you protect us? Tripura merged with the Union of India in 1949. So I spell it. Then he was very furious. How Tripura is to come here? In Shillong Governor House. Then Nichols Roy, DDP was Chief Minister of Meghalaya also. Some other MP also were there because they are member of the Northeastern Regional Party. I have taken with me Semacharan Tripura to Kohima. We traveled so difficultly, but we attended. Then I spoke in the assembly also. I said, we need your help, brother and sister of the Northeast. Tripura, we are like you people. We were princely state, but today our princely state is no more. People coming from outside the state, they are overpopulated. We are already nowhere today. We need your help. Then when Morarji Desai used to visit, they have applied for appointment. So they informed me, please come. Then I have taken Binanda Jamatia with me from Agartala, traveling 2 days to Shillong on truck head. We had to pay 17 rupees from Agartala to Shillong. We travel in 2 days' time. Then we met there. Then Morarji Desai was so angry. Then Nichols Roy, father was constituent member. Like this, what is his name? In India, we have this who drafted constitution.
The B.R. Ambedkar.
Huh?
The B.R. Ambedkar.
Ambedkar's colleague. Nicholas Roy's father was Ambedkar's colleague. So when Nicholas Roy pronounced about it, then Morarji decided to little bit backward. Then I told him, please allow us to talk to you, sir, because in our own state, in our own motherland, we become minority. Our language is not allowed to be spoken. Kokboro was no more. Kokboro is a dirty language. Even birds, crow, vulture, they don't understand. Dosarot was convinced to derogate our own Kokboro dialect. So communists also one of the major weapon for removing us. He was on the side of the majority, the communists. He fought for the Communist Party. So Communist Party came ruling, and Communist Party's head are all their people. So they opposed that we Tripura become attached to Assam also. They said, no, Tripura cannot be attached to Assam. We need separate. If it had been attached to Assam, we should have been like Meghalaya, like Mizoram. All the officers from Assam would have come here as a chief commissioner. And they will try to recommend to the central government, we need some constitutional protection. But communists, they never talk about it. So we found out how we are underestimated. So then our challenge become greater and greater. So finally, in our TUJ's regional party, we are going ahead very smoothly, but I had to run away from there to go for underground. That was the way how we have moved it. Before that, in between that, so many movements had taken place. I cannot remember all these things. I better that I have written whatsoever I remember in my book. So the book, yeah, this will come in another few months. So this is what I can tell you. And after that, though, presently, though, we are Tripura, and Maharaj is with us, and he had made me president 2 times. So I told him, I'm, according to you, I am no more use. Let me take rest. But you must remember my contribution. And after I sign an accord, all this plantation of rubber, who did it? You can ask your father, grandfather. This rubber I have planted. And about land restoration, we did it. About achieving 6th schedule, we did it together. And about indigenous population's right, I had to go to Geneva 2 times, 2003, 2004. And 2005 was globally, we people have been recognized by the United Nations as indigenous population. So we did something. And this, you see this Jirania Engineering College to this NIT. NIT, when it has become NIT, we have only 7 admission in a year, which we had 31 when it was state. When it has become national, tribal percentage is only 7. So 2 years we had only 14 admission. Then though we were doing INPT. INPT we have discussed, and I took General Secretary, Mr. Jagadish Dev Verma, he was General Secretary of party, I was the President. We had decided in the party that we should go to Delhi. First, I met Sonia Gandhi, widow of Rajiv Gandhi. She came to know that I am Rajiv Gandhi's friend. Then I told her, Madam, this is what they are doing, so I like to meet the minister. Kapil Sibal was the minister, senior most lawyer in the Supreme Court. Then we met Saturday. Sunday we were supposed to meet. So Sunday we met him in his own residence. I told him, Mr. Sibal, sir, you are honorable central minister. We have come to you to tell you that you are second time going to make fire in Tripura. He was taken surprise. How? Because you are making sixth schedule illegal. You are not honoring sixth schedule. So we know the background of sixth schedule. What happened? NIT, you have made national. Okay, we appreciate it. But why you have curtailed to more than 10%? We have only 7% today. We had 29, 30%. He said, national tribal vacancy is only 7. So 2 years we have 14 only. Whereas we had every year 31 admission. See how they are scuttling us. So then we told him, no, sir, if you continue this decision, you are going to ignite fire in Tripura again. He got a little bit afraid. Why? Under 6th schedule you go, you are senior most lawyer. Under 6th schedule, no non-scheduled people will have right. So this NIT is located under 6th schedule. Is it? Then he told me, Mr. Hrangkhawl, give me 2 days. Sunday we met, Monday he got all the files relating to Tripura NIT. Then Tuesday he drafted and he went to the president. At the time some woman was president of India. He went to the president, took permission as a minister. Then Wednesday we launched big movement here. INPT had a program in this field, stable ground. So some senior officer called me, Mr. Hrangkhawl, you are successful. It means we come back to our reservation for 29 admission. See, for anything, everything we have to move. Otherwise, we should have been only 7% admission every year. Today, we have 31%. And regarding this Bir Bikram statue also in airport, I fought it alone. I was alone MLA. There are 19 scheduled tribe MLAs belonging to CPM. They don't have mouth. Their mouth is already closed like that. So, how the proposal came? This Sudeep Rai Burman, Congress leader. INPT Congress we aligned. And from INPT, we had only one MLA. Congress had 6, so they become opposition leader. This opposition leader proposed on the floor of the house that let this airport be renamed after Rabindranath. Then in less than 1 minute time, Marxist Communist Party's leader, not as a chief minister, Manik Sarkar said, I also support for my party. How they are intelligent. Then I said, I'm sorry, I cannot support it. So I started opposing it. Finally, we achieved it. The airport was constructed by late Maharaj. Rabindranath Tagore everywhere now. Make thousands of statues will take his put anywhere. Every gully you can put his statue. But why in the airport? Then finally, they have sent, we followed to Delhi also. If that is done, there will be a revolution. How can you do this unjust? You cannot do it. So we achieved, we succeeded. So every point we have to have movement after movement. Now your generation is, I don't know, I find it is a cloudy. Unless you are able to remove the cloud, you will be under the cloud. So today I am able to tell you something at least out of many things. And I want to inspire you that you should remain active, meaningfully, not blaming someone, not blaming he or she, but on the other hand, you are doing nothing. You have to do also. I did it. I did not like to become minister, I didn't like to become MLA also, but I fought. Unless somebody is become scapegoat, you cannot go ahead. All my colleagues, younger, senior colleagues, have become minister in their lifetime. But I have never become. But still, I am happy that because I have participated in the movement. It's not that I alone achieve it. With the participation of the public, we have succeeded. Today it exists. 3 more seats became under the TNV Accord. It had come in the constitution. In all time, we are going to represent 1/3 of the total assembly seat. How it came in the constitution of India? Otherwise, till 1949-50, there was no Tripura in constitution of India. So today it has become. So you must be very aware about our present position. And unless you are aware, and our people are aware, it will lead you to nowhere. You will be engine-less train. When there is no engine of train, you make it to move, whether it can go straight, it will just collide with something and finish. So, any other questions?
On the riots.
During the 1980s struggle, like the riots.
The riots did
Oh.
in the 1980s and
Riot,
2000s.
because of the land restoration, we did continually. Then on the other side, non-tribal also took position. They have administration with them. This, I just forgot the name of this. From Khayarpur to come to tribal village is what? No, the Khayarpur to this side, to GB side,
Before
there is one junction, na?
the Bhawan and the Pumpkin Chaudhary.
Durga Chaudhary.
Uh-huh.
So Durga Chaudhary, there we had a meeting, and all the village got burned, and civil people were given police uniform and gun. They burned all the houses. They took all the cattle. So there was a riot, of course. I was in my own village, Dolubari. I was sipping a cup of tea when police came and told me SDO has come for some peace talk. I was taken. I sensed that I am arrested. So OC and police officer were on my left side. Driver 2, I am in 2 plus 2. I'm the 5th man in between, so that I cannot run away. Then they took me and they gave me warrant from Agartala Kathuwali police station that Bijoy Hrangkhawl is wanted here in Agartala. So they arrested me. They went me to Kamalpur jail. From Kamalpur jail, I had to travel by TRTC, full of security personnel. I am only the civil one sitting at medium. So they brought me to Telemura. Telemura people were very furious now at the time. They stopped the vehicle there. All police went out. I'm alone. They say, hey, Bijoy Hrangkhawl is there. All came with so many tension. They wanted to eat me. I kept quiet. I did not say anything. They watched me. They returned. Then they took me to Kathuwali. Just latrine, attached to latrine, there is a small space of 1-2 feet, full of urine also. So they put me. My 2 colleagues, Roti Monjamate, they are in cell, but they are in dry place. I spent 2 nights there. Then I was taken to upstairs. One army officer came, major rank, intelligent. He said, hey, I will see him. Bring him upstairs. Then I was taken to upstairs. He was very angry type of person. But when Khangrai people went, sleep. On the table I used to sleep. For not sleeping 2 days, you may know how would you have been so tired, and I slept. When they come, I woke up. And he's presumed that he's writing something, but not writing anything. They know it. Then he told me how it had become. Then I explained him this Lembuchar also. They have killed our men here.
Yeah, they have stolen.
Yeah, in the beginning. So riot did not start from our side. They started, then Mandai almost 1,000 were slaughtered. Our people killed 1,000 of non-tribal. Mandai and Bijoy Kumar Hrangkhawl also came to the cell. I saw him. His every face is quite dark. I couldn't recognize him. And after every hour, some Khangrai died. They come, then they come to me. Bring chili. We'll leave all his skin by blade. We'll cut him. Then we'll put chili on my body. They are talking like that. I kept quiet. Then some police officer from West Bengal came, Communist Party. They are asking many things. How did you organize it? How in one daytime it happened? Then I designed a just ready own word. I told him I put someone at the top of the tree with torchlight. When some electric post will be beaten, then they will have to do it. He was just listening. He could not believe it also. You are asking, and what talk you had with Indira Gandhi? I met her, I spoke about our sixth schedule. No, something secret he have talked. Oh, then she told me that, yeah, you have to have movement. So this movement has turned to violence. I cannot control. Neither government can control. Again, it on their body. Na? So that was the time we were in grim. We do not know what to do. So that riot came. We were almost 3,000 people were arrested, including all the leaders of Tuesdays. Then our women leader, this Pavitra Bhakti, Pavitra Rani, Kripa Rani, they become very active. They took all the women folk. They went to Delhi, met Indira Gandhi also. They wept there, they cried before Indira Gandhi. All our male people, leaders have been arrested. What are we going to do in our own soil? What is our demand? What Bijoy Hrangkhawl demanded? Why he had to go to underground? Because I had almost 70 cases now. I was garlanded with flower of cases on my neck. Not garlanding of love, garlanding of curse. MNF people came, they have fire Nutan Bazar of Amarpur. That case also I have. Somewhere they attacked this Lakeshwara Bazar of this Bilonia, Riang village. They put my case there also. Every incident, I am there. So I have got as many as 79 cases, all murder cases. I have no way to come out. So anyway, we keep on praying. In jail also we have moved. When Christmas come, I wrote a letter. You are giving feast for Durga Puja. You are all meat, sweet cake, and you give sweet meat cake during this Muslim festival. Eat. Why you should not get for Christian? So I asked superintendent, and he kept quiet. Then finally I wrote a petition. They've allowed me, Reverend Lalwala Darlong, he was the General Secretary of St. Paul's. They came on the Christmas Day, some young boys, young girls with guitar, they came. We had Christmas inside jail. That very jailer, his children are today still, when they see him, they worship me. You came to jail, our father was like that. We like you, we love you so much. Because we sang a sweet song, praising God only. So that is the Spirit of God working in their heart. Because it's not that I want everyone, you come to Christian. I don't say it. But Christianity also is recognized in jail. Never had happened. So anyway, our movement continued there. in all respect also. We say that we are equally important with any other people of the country. Why I should lose my identity? My identity also equally important with my life. So that way this riot also took place, and riot was contained. I was in jail for 6 months. Then my bail came. I went up to the door. Again I was rearrested with some other case. Peculiar. But then I told him, yeah, I'm happy. Let me enjoy in jail again. This is when we cannot help, we have to accept the situation. We cannot change it. And I read a lot of books about revolution, about faith, about winning the wariness. It was good for me. I told him, how you like life, prison life? I'm very happy. If you keep me on 2 months every year, I will be very happy. But without case, we cannot put you in jail, they told me. So we have to win them. We have to defeat them with different meaning, not with challenging or not with anger, but there are so many other means and reasons you can defeat them also. Today, that's why we are less than 1/3 population. We can have this district council. Now, this generation can whether lift it to union territory. Maharaja is talking about UT, Tripura land. And if he failed to continue, he will be in trouble. We never spell out about this Tripura land or Greater Tripura land. We never say, but he started telling, so we kept quiet. Now, if he cannot continue, there will be a problem. So to avoid the problem, we have to do something better constitutionally. So we sign accord, Tripura Motha, central government and state government again, like tripartite agreement. We are trying to do something. I told him in TNV accord, we have system. I have given responsibility for rubber plantation. I have planted thousands and thousands, almost 2,500 families as per TNV accord. So why did it? Today, with rubber, our people are living. During Corona, many, almost 90% of our people have earned through rubber only. They have 200 plants, 300, 150. So they collect the latex, the scrap, they sell, they get at least 500-600 rupees daily. So this is also economic rehabilitation. Now today, you are younger people. Your elders are still there. I don't know what they're going to do. In my days, in my time, whatsoever I knew, I tried to do it. I have done it, and I'm very happy today. Now, though, as I see, because people are different today, people are quite negative. They seem to be quite positive, but they have very limited farsighted. Not farsighted, short-sighted. That is our problem today. We are not farsighted. Very unfortunately, people are there who are farsighted, but most of the people are short-sighted. We're very short-sighted. They are doing their works. Therefore, it is difficult to plan our future also. We need people, those who are far-sighted, so that I can have some of them together and plan again. Otherwise, with the present strength, we have no engine now. So this is our problem now. You have to be very active in your social career, in your education career. Try to make a clear aim and object from your side, not inviting people that I am better, he is better, something like that. But you have to work. You have to work and make yourself stable so that you are not twisted this or that way. Otherwise, with simple temptation, people just go out. Rajiv Gandhi told me, you come to Delhi, I will make you house there. I told him, I am from the village, I will go back to village. Rajiv Gandhi was doing like that. Why don't you like to stay in Delhi? What I will do in Delhi? What is my job? My job is in the village. Let me go back to the village. Biplab, they evicted me from this quarter also. You are no more MLA, you leave the quarter. He wrote me a letter when he became Chief Minister first. Then I told him, after my High Court, I came here, I settled, I got a paper from State Office. If you uproot me from here, there will be some consequences. You see, we are not very aggressive, but we want to speak the truth genuinely with justifying the matter. So you may like to follow your own style, that is up to you only. But we have different position today. So you have to know, you have to study the present strength of the state. You know about this Gondachara issue? How they are sensitive. It is no fault of us, but they are still attacking. No? So they will not take so easily also. They will be very strong, unless you remain strong.